So now we're going to make a word search puzzle with our vocabulary words. I googled word search puzzle maker and I picked the Discovery Education choice. Now we're going to enter this is the website, we're going to enter our vocabulary. So I'm just going to put 5.5a science vocabulary. I had typed that in earlier, so it's going to show up again. The next thing that you're going to look at is what size you want. I left it at the 15-15, which is the default. Share letters occasionally, so that means that some might cross over each other, so you can leave that. You can do it as an image or an HTML. You decide which format that you want. I'm going to leave it as an image for now. I'm doing all uppercase letters, but you do have a choice there. So to enter the puzzle words, I do want to use the words because I'm going to show you how we're going to change this puzzle just a little bit so that we can put the definitions as the clues and they have to figure out what the word is and find it in the puzzle. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come back over to our spreadsheet that we have all of our words. I'm going to highlight just the words. Hopefully it gets just the words. Control C again, come back to the create, and all I have to do is Control V, and it gives me in a list, which is one of the things they say to do here. You can either do commas, spaces, or you can do a list. So I did the list. I just had to copy and paste it in, and it works just fine. So you want to check this box if you want instructions to appear below the puzzle. I don't. So I'm going to unclick that, and I'm going to create my puzzle. Alright, so give it just a few seconds, and now I have a puzzle. So it says copy puzzle. So I'm going to copy the puzzle because really all I want is the actual puzzle itself. So I'm going to click copy puzzle. It's copied. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back to my drive. I am going to start a new doc this time. Wait till it populates. Once it's populated and I have my cursor, I'm going to push Control V. So now all it's giving me is the image because I asked for an image. So I'm going to click and drag this over and make it nice and big. And I may have to adjust that just a little bit later. So yeah, probably I'm going to have to adjust it just a little bit. It's a little big. I don't know if I'm going to be able to fit everything else on the bottom. So I'm going to adjust that just a little bit. Now I'm just simply going to click, hit enter so I can have space down to the bottom. I'm going to jump right back over to my spreadsheet again. This time I'm going to click and drag on my vocabulary definitions. So again, Control C. Now I'm going to jump back to the doc that I opened up. So this time what I'm going to do before I click Control V is that I actually want it to be in a table. So I want a 2x5 table since I have 10 vocabulary words. If you have more, you need to put more in. Now I'll show you what's going to happen here is when I do Control V, it's actually going to push some of them down. I'm already seeing that only 4 of my definitions fit there, so I do need to scale this back just a little bit more. So you have to play with that just a little bit. Because what I want, even though I did 2 columns, you notice that it jumped down. So I'm going to count 5 off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then starting at the 6th one, I'm just going to highlight those that were more than I wanted. I'm going to click Control X this time, and I will go up to my second column, click in, Control V. Now I have it on a second column. So now I have them in boxes, they're separated, they're where I want them to be, but now I still have these other boxes down here. All you have to do is highlight them, right click, and click delete, and they should go away. They should go away. Of course, that never always works exactly the way you want it to, so we're just going to leave that down there. You can always just print the first page, so you've got it all on one page. I do want to center my puzzle, so I'm going to click on my puzzle. I'm going to click center so it's centered. So now I have a word search that the kids are actually going to have to figure out what the word is. So anything that has mass and takes up space, they're going to have to actually find the word matter, and they're going to have to know the word matter to be able to find it. If you want to get fancier, you can title it. You can, of course, always put the header in here and title it. There's all sorts of ways that you can play around with this particular type of puzzle for your kids to play.